everyone, welcome to another Stitches and Scribbles video. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be learning how to do a short-sleeved hexagon cardigan for the summer. So if you're like me, you've made a couple variations of the hexagon cardigan already and really love how easy it is to do. But I wanted to take some of my lighter weight yarns and make a summer version, which meant altering the design just a little bit in order to make shorter sleeves. For my example today, I am using the Yarn Bee Rainbow Rhapsody in the color Ivy League. This color, I believe, has been discontinued, but the Yarn Bee Rainbow Rhapsody is still available at Hobby Lobby in other colorways. They even have one that's very, very similar to this. It's just a brighter teal instead of these dusty tones. You're also going to need a crochet hook. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook today. Now, to do the short sleeve version of the hexagon cardigan, you can take any stitch that can be used in a hexagon pattern to do this method. I am going to be doing the granny hexagon method in order to complete this. So I'm just going to find my center pull on this yarn, which it appears to have just kind of popped out, so that's kind of interesting. Actually, I'm going to pause the camera, detangle it, and then come back. Alright, to get started, you're going to do a slip knot and then chain 4 and join it in a ring to make the ring that we'll place our stitches into. So chain 4 and join to the first chain with a slip stitch to make that ring. Now we're going to start this cardigan the same way you would start any granny cardigan or any hexagon cardigan, which is by making 6 sides for our cardigan. In this case, it's going to be one granny stitch cluster per side. So I'm going to chain 3. That counts as my first double crochet. Then I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, do a double crochet, and another double crochet. That's my first grouping of 3, so I'm going to chain 3 for the corner and do another grouping of 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3 for the corner. Now I'm doing side 3, so another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3 for the corner. Now we're going to do side 4. So 1, 2, and 3. And chain 3 for the corner. Now if you're doing a granny square, this is where you would join to the first side that we made, but we're making a hexagon, so we need 2 more sides. So another 3 double crochets together. Chain 3. This is going to be our last side, so 3 double crochets. And chain 3, and now join to the top of that first chain 3 with a slip stitch. This is the first row of your granny hexagon. We're going to do 5 total rows of a normal granny hexagon before we make adjustments. So to start the next side, I like to flip back and forth between each row so that it doesn't curl as much, but you can do it all going the same direction if you want. I'm going to chain 3, and that's going to count as my first double crochet of the next set of 3. So I'm going to do 2 right in that corner and 3 in that corner opening again. Chain 3, do another 3 double crochet in the same corner, And then anytime you're going over a set of 3, you're going to chain 1. Now I'm going to do 3 double crochet in the next space, which is a corner. Chain 3 and 3 double crochet back in that same corner. And I'm going to chain 1 to go over the next chain 3, or not chain 3. I'm going to chain 1 to go over the next double crochet cluster, do 3 double crochet in the corner, chain 3, and then do another 3 double crochet in that corner, chain 1, do 3 double crochet in the corner, chain 3, do 3 double crochet in that same corner, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next corner, chain 3, do 3 double crochet in the next corner, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the next corner, chain 3, another 3 double crochet in the same corner, chain 1, and then you can join with the top of that original chain 3 with a slip stitch. So now we've done 2 rows of our granny hexagon. You're going to continue the same pattern until you have 5 total rows of your granny hexagon, and then I'll show you the next step. Here's what it looks like when 5 rows are completed. Quick note, I did change hook sizes because I actually did the first half of this cardigan first and realized I was using the wrong hook size, so I switched to a 3mm, which made the stitches a lot tighter. You can keep going with your 4mm if you already started. For some reason it's not going to make that big of a difference. I just had to make mine match the other side of my cardigan. So at this point I'm actually going to cut the yarn and finish off this edge. Now what this does is we are still going to keep going on the cardigan, obviously, but we stopped at the length that I wanted my sleeve to be. So from now on, this is actually only going to be worked on 5 sides of the hexagon. So we have the 6 sides, so here's 1 folded over, 2 and 3 are here, 4 and 5 are here, and here's the 6th one here. By stopping at this many rows, we're then going to just continue on every side except the one right here. And what that's going to do is we're going to build up the width of the sleeve and the width of the torso while keeping the sleeve edge the same. So in order to get that started, I personally like to have the row with the cut edge be the one that I don't work on. So I'm going to flip it. Here's that row with the cut edge, and I'm going to start my granny stitch. I lost the end of my string again. There it is. I'm going to start the granny stitch in that first corner by doing a slip knot and starting right here. So I'm going to attach it with a slip stitch and then chain 2 more, and that counts as my first double crochet. So now I'm going to do a second one and a third one, and now I have made my double crochet cluster that goes in that corner stitch. I'm not going to do 2 because this is no longer a corner, it's just going to be an edge. Then you chain 1 and do 3 double crochet in the next stitch, and chain 1, And you're going to keep going in pattern until you get to this corner on the other side. Once you've made it all the way around to your last corner, you're just going to finish it off by doing one set of 3 double crochets in that final corner. And then you've ended your first row that only goes across 5 of the sides. To start the next one, because we have a double crochet solid cluster all the way on the edge, you're going to start with a chain 4. And this basically gives you 1 chain 3 or 1 double crochet on the edge plus the chain space. And then you're just going to start your row and continue all the way around to this edge as normal. And I'll show you what to do when you get to that edge. Once you get to the other edge, I've done a set of 3 in the last space. You're just going to chain 1 and do a double crochet in the top of that chain 3 of the previous row to finish off the row. So to finish up this cardigan, you're going to continue alternating between starting rows with a solid section or with a chain space using the 2 rows we just did. And again, just to kind of show you the progress, so I've got all my strings in the way here. This is the edge that we stopped crocheting on, and these edges are all going to grow to create the cardigan. So your sleeve length is not going to get any longer than this, but the width of your sleeve and the width of the cardigan, as well as the length of the cardigan, are going to continue to get longer. So you're just going to continue doing that until you reach your desired shape. I'm going to go until I use up all or as much of the yarn in here as I can so that I get the full gradient in my cardigan. Here's what we end up with when both sides of the cardigan are complete. I did 40 rows total from the start to finish, obviously stopping that one side after a couple rows, just like in the tutorial section that you just watched. So in order to finish off this cardigan, I'm going to sew up both of the shoulders and sew the 2 sides together down the back. Alright, and this is the finished cardigan. So like I said in the previous clip, I just sewed the 2 pieces together to make the finished sweater. The back ends up looking like this. I'm wearing it with the seams a little bit off of my shoulder just because that's the fit I liked best. But yeah, this is the finished cardigan. I hope you like this summary adaptation of the Hexagon cardigan idea, pattern, whatever you want to call it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out all my other social medias in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody!